everyone! It's Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan, and right behind me is Brandon Grimm.
Hello!
And across the way in some other galaxy, it's DJ Martinez.
There he is. No more for DJ.
No more. That's what we're going to start calling him. He's old. No more for DJ.
Billy in season 4. See, I'm even wearing blue. Well, he doesn't wear blue anymore. He
Billy?
wears like beige.
Billy in season 4.
Billy.
Dude, you know you're a Power Ranger nerd if you call it season 4. It's Zeo. It has a name. We don't do that in Power Rangers.
It's 4 of 6, and then I fall off.
I guess it's
Actually,
4.
7 is good. I watched 7.
It's really funny because it's like calling Star Trek Generations Star Trek 7, but it's really funny because it falls in the same, because that's TNG movies and they weren't numbered, so it's silly to do that. But then it also falls at 7. It's also like we had 6 seasons in Power Rangers of the Mighty Morphin era, and we had 6 TOS movies, and then it changes and we stop, and there's no reason to number after 6. It's great.
Well, and 7 is kind of like the Star Trek season too, where they're like exploring, they're trying to find the new world the whole time. Have you watched any Lost Galaxy?
Not much, and only a couple episodes. And
they get on this big
space is
planet-sized spaceship called Terra Venture.
Yes.
And they're on like an Earth that's flying around looking for a new planet to live on.
Well, and space is very Star Trek because they clearly ripped off Voyager really hard when they built Deca, when they built the sets for the interiors. Like, it's just Voyager.
Well, and they just use the same ship for Lost Galaxy. It's like a museum. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Lost Galaxy. It's like a museum.
That I knew.
And they like just fly away with it.
So anyway, I wish I had a Zeomorpher. I wish I had a morpher for every show, and I could open with it. That would
get to learn the whole big long thing.
Because it's very complicated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It'd be like, now he's just a cheerleader.
No, I was doing the YMCA.
He's the village people.
We could morph to the Macarena. Anyway, so get out your DVD, your Blu-rays, your, I don't know if this is on Blu-ray, whatever, your Netflix, however you want to watch it.
I think it's coming soon.
Get
if
it
not,
to timestamp 0, and we really encourage you to do that, or you might want to just, imagine the mayhem. It's Rockabye Power Rangers, episode 31 of season 1. We get Gold Ranger again. We only had him for like 5 seconds last episode, but now we're going to get a lot more Gold Ranger. I assume because his name is in the description on Netflix. Okay, here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
I was going to sing the Gold Ranger song, but I can't at the moment remember it. How's it go?
Oh, I'm hoping we get it in the episode, and then we can say, but it's fast as lightning, strong as steel. Watch out, danger, he's for real.
Watch out, danger.
You know when lightning strikes, it's Gold Ranger. Yeah, watch out, danger. Look out, danger. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm so excited. Wow, that sting. That sting is amazing. Oh, that's the best. Yeah, it's the 90s now.
I like how they're all colorful and these guys are not.
Well, yeah. That's how we always do cogs and putties.
Do you like the putties, or do you like the more like...
Do I like the putties that do the YMCA like DJ?
As far as the movement goes.
I prefer the cogs.
And they're cog oil.
There's something very Doctor Who about that. Yeah, like, can they smell them now?
I was gonna say Cybermen.
Are they smelling the cogs now?
Maybe.
DJ, one thing I appreciate about Power Rangers, especially early Power Rangers, I'm sure some later stuff does this and I just don't remember or know about it, but like, Power Rangers does real in medias res. Right? Where, like, it's in the middle of the action, and we're not going to do any of this go back 3 days and see how all this mess began crap.
No, yeah, they don't start with, like, the action scene, and then it's like, oh, psych, let's go back
3 days earlier. Yeah.
Coffee in the morning.
None of that. No, man. If you open up in the middle of a fight in Power Rangers, that's where it starts.
Wow, I never thought we'd be praising Power Rangers for doing something better than anyone else.
Well, I mean, they're really cheating, because the formula is always the same, but they try to mix it up, and I mean, not always, but often the same. They try to mix it up just a little bit to make you think that the formula is different. Like, we're still going to have a monster we haven't seen yet, and he's probably going to grow at the end, and there's probably going to be a big fight with a Megazord. But at least it opened with a fight in suits.
But yeah, we don't need to see Robot Finster make the monster every time.
No. And we certainly don't need to see the machines do anything, because they're not interesting. They're kind of boring villains.
Adam is passed out, man. He is not...
I'm assuming that's a plot point. I'm assuming that's going to be a... Maybe they'll make a monster out of it.
Adam just wants to sleep. Like Rocky just wants to have fun.
That sounds like a Power Rangers episode title, yeah.
There's that. What is that instrument that every time we switch to this, it goes... It sounds like the twist on a bop it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what those are called either.
Twist on a bop it.
It's like
No, I know what... Yeah, you're talking about the percussion thing that Cake always uses. Cake uses that constantly. Like, go back and listen to, well, really any of their songs, but like, you know, Short Skirt, Long Jacket, like, boom, ba-da-da-dun, ba-da-da-dun. Yeah, I don't know what that's called.
Spying on the detective agency. Did you see that? Dun, dun, dun.
No, I was too busy doing Cake.
Mondo is super short, I'm just realizing. Look how short he is. He's like a torso with no legs.
Yeah, well, he just stood up, so he's got a little taller.
He was on his knees.
He was on his knees. As soon as you said that, he bounced up. I thought he was going to float for some reason. I was ready for him to just start floating in midair.
Yeah, there's the costume. He can get the actor can get his legs completely up inside the costume. It looked like he had no legs.
Oh, look, they did make a monster out of it. I told you. They made a monster out of the sleeping.
It's a
sleepy monster. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? This looks like a monster that's going to win.
And he's steering the ship.
And has the exact same voice as Sprocket.
He's like Jigglypuff.
Right.
Let's see if he marks on their face with a marker.
Did you notice that the cockpit is shaped exactly to fit a cog in it? It's a cockpit. Yes. And did you see that? It's shaped like the outside of a cog.
Yeah.
You have to be a cog to fit in it. Yeah. See, look, they're still at the Angel Grove Youth Center.
There it is. There it is.
We had a whole scene here last episode. And you were like, "Are they outside?" No, this would be indoors.
I'm just looking ahead, man. I'm waiting to get to space when they have like the cafe out there. Look at that computer.
God, Mondo, you're ruining my life. You're interrupting my studies, even though I'm 24 years old and still in high school.
I'm so frustrated.
No, that wasn't acting. She didn't want to be there anyway. Catherine Sutherland was like, "Man, doesn't Power Rangers know when to quit? I don't want to make this show anymore." I'm kidding. She was clearly acting.
Well, why am I so exhausted? I totally missed it. Are they like? Is it like finals week or something?
Yeah. Are they studying really hard, or did Mondo do this in the first place?
Episode?
Yeah. I got a chicken and the egg question with this right now. Did Mondo make everybody get sleepy, or did he come up with the monster because everybody was sleepy? I'm not really sure what's going on right now. If I wasn't talking the entire time, I would probably know. But then there would be no reason for this to be a video on YouTube.
Asleep before he even made this monster.
Well, no, I think the monster was already there, because, like, we didn't see it made in that scene. Didn't they just have it there?
I think it's one of those things where they're trying to do, like, a Lost thing, where they're trying to, like, make the monster plot match the actual Rangers plot, and it's supposed to be, like, a coherent story.
Well, no, because Zordon just said everybody's falling asleep. They gotta stop everybody from falling asleep in Angel Grove.
Yeah, because the people, like, where the monster is right now,
oh.
But
you're saying that that's not the reason that our heroes are tired?
They're overworked. They've been,
man, I feel that way. I feel that way myself sometimes.
Yeah, she says that Mondo just doesn't know when to quit. So, I mean,
yeah, I think he's like,
they've been working and working and working.
Right. Yeah.
Who is this? Who's this Simon Pegg?
But she just looked irritated. I don't think she was actually tired, right? Like, she was just, I'm trying to study. Leave me alone. Maybe she was tired. I don't know. Skull, why are you dressed like the Joker? Look at that.
Maybe it's October. It's October. You don't know. Bulk is dressed like a shrub.
A doofrats.
Wow, that guy's
What's a doofrats? Classic.
That was legitimately funny, honestly.
You know what he said.
No, just the delivery was one of the. What's a doofrat?
They're allowing.
Oh, that's a right. Of course, that's a doofrat.
They just allowed him to carry that right out of the office, so it's gone.
I love Paul Schreier,
I feel like
man.
It's gone.
DJ, I can't wait for Morphicon this year to get to talk to Schreier again. Because he was just and he's already signed on for this year. But he was just the best at the last show I was at.
Hence why I used the term doofrats.
I walked up to him at Morphicon 4 years ago, and I had a video camera on.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to him with the camera on, and he didn't ask me to turn it off, and he spent like 15 minutes with us.
That's awesome.
And just did all kinds of silly things for the camera, and he was playing with my kid, and he was great. He's so good with kids.
This is really cool. Is he married?
There's never any time. I don't think so, but I don't know. I didn't ask him any personal questions.
Yeah.
But no, I've never looked that up.
Hey,
I don't know.
Record you while I ask you if you're married.
That's probably not too personal of a question.
Doesn't match your Dobok.
But I mean, that's probably not too personal a question for camera.
What does he do in this?
It's kind of a problem. I'm sorry, what? I don't know what you're talking about right now.
His uniform. I don't know what he does. It's called a gi in like karate, but it's called Dobok in Taekwondo. I don't know what he does. I don't know what Jason David Frank does.
I don't know.
Probably like some form of American karate. His earring really catches the light in that morph sequence.
Quick, everybody, get to Fuzzy Japan. Sorry, what?
You ever had your ears pierced? Or one of them?
No. I will never do that.
You lived through the 90s?
What is the point?
Getting an ear pierced?
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to get my ear pierced at 12 years old.
That's true. That's a good point.
Like, yes, I was a 90s kid, but I wasn't a 90s... I was a 90s adolescent, but not a 90s adult. Like, I wasn't 18 until 03.
I like the name of this monster, actually. It's called the Somnibot.
Yeah.
Like Insomniac.
No, that's a good creepy... Yeah, because jokes are always funny when you explain them.
It's not a joke. It's a name.
Well, yeah, but it's a joke in and... Well, I guess it's not a joke. It's a punny... It's not even, it's play on words even before it's a pun, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't go with Insomnibot, though. Like, they were a little more...
That's better. Yeah. Too reserved. Insomnibot's much better. I actually needed you to explain that to me.
You insulted me
for
explaining it to you.
I'm kidding. This is a good effect, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
Just keep zooming in and out on the face, like disconcerting.
So we've talked about this a lot, but I'll bring it up again for Brandon's benefit. In these early seasons, and by early I mean the first, I don't know, 7 or 8 at least,
sure.
You can almost always tell when it's Sentai footage because they've got different camera quality. They're using different cameras and than what we're using, and it's inferior quality. The quality of their costumes and storytelling is superior, but what they're shooting on is not.
Right.
And so between the two, we can always tell when it's Oz. And in the more recent shows, it's much harder to tell.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they caught up to us because these were shot much earlier than we used the footage, obviously.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, especially because we kept using their footage and their costumes from one show for 3 years, so this would be at least 3 or 4 years old by the time we got to it. I actually don't know what year O-Ranger came out.
Well, and we skipped Kaku Ranger, so that also.
So at least
I know you don't
4 or
like
5.
Mondo, but Mondo, he's got a cool... I mean, the suit is cool. Like, this thing spins behind him, and his head spins. Like, it's a cool suit.
It's a good design for a monster, but not for a main villain. He's just not...
The head spins in 2 directions.
I'm wondering if that's just because of what they do with him. I'm wondering if you watch the Japanese stuff, if you would think he was more menacing.
Maybe so, but if I was watching the Japanese show, I wouldn't be comparing him to any other villains we had because those shows are never canonical with each other. Like, you can't do a thing like that no matter what the story is right after Zed unless you have... Like, you still want something kind of menacing to follow that up with, or something, like, so off the beaten path and different. And maybe that could be that, DJ, but wouldn't you need, like, actual interesting legal politics and stuff to pull that off? Like, he needs to be... You have to replace the menacingness with something.
Oh, boy.
And I don't know what that is.
Well, I think that's what happens. I think the kid grows up and, like, kills his dad or, like, something, and then he, like...
So it's all Shakespearean.
Halfway through, like... I haven't watched all that stuff, but I read about it, and it seems pretty crazy. Whoa, he's got like an amplifier on his head now.
DJ, I keep meaning to mention this, but we need to occasionally on this channel get in some of the Sentais, because it's a lot of that is streamable for free now, so people could watch it with us.
Yeah, we got to do Kaku Ranger since that's our favorite. That's my favorite suit.
Yes.
That's a lot of the.
And I want to do Space because I watched the pilot for that and it was great.
Yeah.
Oh, here come the Zeo jet cycles. This is unusual that we would actually be writing the motorcycles 31 episodes in. Usually when we get cycles, Brandon, we introduce them in like episode 4 or 5, make a big deal out of how important they are, and then we hardly ever use them ever again. Yeah.
Yeah. But these ones, I think, at least in the Sentai, they used a lot. Because they're not like sharks or like some random thing.
But the sharks are the best, though!
That have nothing to do with the Ninjetti Zords. They're just sharks.
I don't care. I love them. Yeah, it would make more sense if they were... I mean, I don't know why the Aquatarians would have motorcycles, but it makes more sense if it was themed for them, because they're water people.
No, the Aquitian, you keep calling them Aquatarians. The Aquitians.
Oh, fine. Like... All right, fine. They should be called Aquatar. They're from Aquatar.
But the Aquitians would have like jet propulsion bikes or something, like from a side scroller. You know those levels like in Turtles in Time where you had to surf along the thing? They added that in Sonic Mania, and it's a really hard level. It's a boss. You remember that boss? Where you're
Which one?
Surfing the whole time? What's happening to my face?
I don't know. I was just waiting for you to stop talking so I could mention that you're fritzing out real bad. I've never seen that happen on Skype.
Turning into a cop.
Yeah,
you need some cog oil.
You smell like cog oil.
Cog struck myself.
Now you look normal. You smell weird too.
And you look like one too.
This monster's creepy too.
You know, I want to start introducing myself to people like a Power Ranger. Hey, how you doing?
Go, Captain Logan.
It's so good to see you.
You gotta over-exaggerate, man, because they got no facial expression.
Right.
You gotta nod your head in jerky movements.
That's
too.
Yeah, that's very important.
Climb those power line looking things. They look like they'd be fun to climb.
Just make sure you're, grounded. Or not grounded. Make sure you're not grounded. I get a little nervous when anybody says, power lines look fun to climb.
Have you ever thought about this?
Sorry, what?
Why does the Gold Ranger have like a mechanical echo? Like he sounds robotic before we get Jason.
Because there's 3 of them.
Okay.
No, that's the reason. No, that's the actual reason.
What that makes them sound like they're a robot?
I mean, the modulation's weird. I don't know why they decided to do it that way, but yeah, it's because there's 3 people talking at the same time. That's why they did that.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason.
I mean, that's a cool explanation if that's not the reason. Even if that's backwards.
I don't know if that's my head logic or if they actually make it kind of clear when he comes out later as Trey, but... So right now it's a mystery as to what the Gold Ranger is. He came from space, nobody knows what he is. For some reason, we thought he was Billy, I guess just because Billy was missing and it wishes he was a Ranger, but it was really obvious it couldn't be Billy because his ship came from space. And
Billy just went to the restroom at like inopportune times and they thought it was him.
I'm spoiling this. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what it was. I'm spoiling this for you, but later on we will. Oh, there's the Red Battle Ranger. I love the Red Battle Ranger or Battles Zord. Is that what we call it? Just Red Battle Zord, or is it something else?
I don't know.
I can't remember now.
I just want to see the Warrior Wheel. Let's get to the Warrior Wheel.
But anyway, so he will turn out to be a being from a planet called Triforia named Trey, and he is, there's actually 3 of them. They're triplets.
Oh, wow.
And they're actually played by triplets, which is neat. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not a special effect. It's actually 3 guys that look the same, because they're triplets.
So is it like a planet of trinities? Like, does everyone...
Yeah,
wow.
And they have to keep themselves together as one in order to be able to morph. And something's happened to his physiology or something where he breaks up into 3 and he can't morph, and that's why he brings in Jason. And
do you think their god is like a 9-figure god?
A 9-fingered god, huh?
Not finger. figure.
I was just imagining. Well, you said the god is the number 9.
Oh, it really sounded like 9-fingered God.
That's really funny. Oh, he set on fire that time. That was great.
Oh, man.
That's Pyramidas. I don't know why you need anything if you have Pyramidas. Pyramidas just shows up and goes, boom, and then you're done, and that's it. That's all you need.
He's like the big friend that could just, like, lay on you, and he wins the fight.
Yeah, you can't move.
He's a screen clearer in a beat-em-up. That's what he is.
Dude, if he was in that... Oh, I wish that Megazord fighter had come out 1 year later. It came out during season 3.
It would have been weird to have Pyramidas in that, though. He's a brick.
That's what Shogun is. Shogun's
No, but Shogun
slow.
can... He's slow and lumbering, but at least he can move. Pyramidas doesn't have choreography. He rolls in.
He just slides at you. That would be... Well, hey, the one Virtual Fighter game had a car as one of the figures, so... Or whatever that... What was that fighter
I don't
game that
know
had, like, a car
what you're
and,
talking about. Oh, you're talking about Fighters Megabigs.
Yeah.
Why do you know about that?
What?
Why do you know about that?
I know things, man. The internet. It's like
Wow.
a car just like stands up and just walks out.
Well, like I own that. I we could go play it right now if you were here. That's on the Saturn.
I'll be there. Give me 9.
No, that was the Hornet from Daytona, USA. Yeah. And they took their car from a racing game and made it a fighting game character where you just hit people with your wheels.
Weird.
Rocky looks like he should be acting in a performance of Oklahoma.
He doesn't have to.
Have you seen his outfit? Look at him.
I've been in a production
Yeah,
in Oklahoma.
his swagger is not helping.
Everything's up to date in Kansas City. You seen Oklahoma, Cap?
No.
Kansas City gets a shout out.
Yeah,
The whole
that's
song
cool.
about it. It's like Kansas City is the big happening place in the city where they have all the air conditioners and everything. You should check it out.
Maybe I will, but I'm not a big musical guy like you.
Man, Oklahoma. Oh, there was so many.
So
good,
when I was a kid-
references in Watchmen to Oklahoma.
I know. I saw the first 10 minutes of one of the movie versions when I was a kid, and I didn't like it, and I never bothered with any more of it.
It starts with "Beautiful Morning."
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. That was enough for me. I was good after that.
So they all think he's the Gold Ranger.
I'm gonna sing that every morning when we get up.
Wait, they now think he's the Gold Ranger? I missed that.
They asked him if he was the Gold Ranger. He's like, "Do you think I'd keep something like that from you?" But he kept like smirking. So they kind of think that he is.
Okay,
Really?
they should know Rocky well enough to not.
Oh, Rocky.
They think Rocky. They should know Rocky well enough to know there's no way that guy could pull that off. Yeah, like I would immediately be like, "Look, Pachinko kid, no. This is no." I love saying things when you're drinking. It's the best. I also waited to say that until you were drinking. Sorry, what?
Pachinko kid.
Well, that was fun.
That was good. That was a good episode.
It was okay.
Pokemon episode with a Jigglypuff.
I got distracted by some of our conversation. I missed pieces of that, but I don't think it's going to be real important for moving along. Unless the next episode everybody still thinks that Rocky is the Gold Ranger, but I guarantee you that will not be the case.
Yeah.
It's all dependent on how Bulk and Skull almost lost their safe.
Yeah, and like whatever they were gorging on in the final scene.
Yeah, what was that about?
The egg sandwich.
So
They had an egg sandwich and they had like a cherry something.
So there were tomatoes on top.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
So
He was watching the episode.
Brandon's here.
They were guarding this safe that contained the recipe for egg salad.
Oh, I remember that from when it was on now that you say that, yeah.
She pulls it, and they're like, this is what we risked life and limb for.
They were like, oh, it's amazing.
This recipe. And then they tried it, and the first guy's like, not bad. And then the rest of them were just stuffing their faces. And I was just like, egg salad.
I really suggest that you watch along with us, because you're going to get no story points from us. Because we're completely lost.
No, it's not about being lost. It's about being distracted by other things. And we're watching episodes right now that aren't, all that important to the, I'm going to say, grander narrative.
The ongoing story.
Right.
The grander narrative.
Well, there's kind of a grander narrative. Power Rangers is always weird because it has a lot of like real continuity where like it really keeps up with itself and remembers what it did before, but no internal logic. So imagine that, like a good running continuity with no internal logic.
Yeah.
And very often no real characterization to speak of. Although we've gotten better about that since the first season, certainly. Anyway, everybody, thanks a lot for watching and listening. Hope you had a good time with us. Glad we got through that weird technical glitching when you were turning into a cog. I don't know what that was about, but...
Oh, man.
Be ever cognizant of your surroundings.
Work on my constitution.
We used both of those already. Anyway, well, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you again next time. I was Captain Logan. This is Brandon Grimm.
Bye.
And there's DJ Martinez. We'll see you next time for more Gold Ranger action. Bye, everybody.
Watch out,